and his commitment to inspire us all, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is one of the biggest stars on the planet, with billions made at the box office and in business. Though fans love him for that success, Johnson knows it's his past challenges that motivate and inspire him. As a kid, money was tight and his path uncertain. He fell in love with football in his teens, but as he puts it, he was always 54th on a 53-man roster and was cut after just 2 months. So with only $7 in his pocket, Dwayne went home and took up the family business. The Rock was born, and the rest is history. But Dwayne has remained humble. He always makes an effort to engage with his fans and works closely with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He stepped up to help the people of Maui when wildfires devastated their island in 2023. And when UFC fighter Timba Garimba was down to his last $7 in the bank, Johnson got him a house to get him back on his feet. Once 54th, now #1. Dwayne Johnson's story is an inspiration to rise above your past, reach for the stars, and never stop giving back.
Hey, Dwayne, congratulations on your Inspirational Icon Award. I can't think of anybody more deserving.
Look at you. You being all inspirational and carrying on. People are recognizing that, and you are an inspiration.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's good to be here. Before I share just a few moments of my thoughts, I want to acknowledge somebody in the room. I think it's very important because this night is about lifting up each other, illuminating each other, our people, our culture. And, when I first got to Hollywood, I'm not quite sure if Hollywood knew exactly what to do with me as half black, half Samoan pro wrestler, dropping a people's elbow on those fools. And everything was a first for me. Like it was my first press junket and my first this and my first that, and I was flying by the seat of my pants. And I wish I had mentors at that time in Hollywood, but I didn't. And not everybody was warm and welcoming. Some were, but a lot weren't. That's okay. I keep receipts. But someone in this room was always very warm and always very welcoming and always took the time after we were done doing an interview to let me know, hey, brother, you're on the right road. You're on the right track. You're doing the right things. Keep it up. And that was Byron Allen. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I don't forget that kind of stuff, so thank you so much, and thank you for what you did for me. You were good and kind to me when you didn't have to be when I first started, so thank you for doing that, and thank you for bringing our culture together on a night like this. Thank you. All right. So I feel like I got real lucky with this heck of a career that I've had. I got some really good people around me. I believe in teamwork. I believe in working hard. I believe in lifting people up. And so there's just a few things that I want to share that I thought might be good takeaways for not only the room here, but maybe some young people out there, people of color, people who are trying to come up, people who are hungry and wanting to make it in this big old crazy world where there's a lot of noise happening. And the first thing is I realized that if you get lucky enough to become successful at something, whatever that is, in order to continue to stay hungry and certainly humble, I want to make sure that I never feel like I arrived. I want to make sure that the thing, the North Star that we're all aligned with, let's go shoulder to shoulder, there's the North Star, let's get after it, let's go get it. But then the moment I get close to it, I always say, well, there's more. Instead of being happy at that mountaintop, I always say to myself, well, let's go build more mountain. And the other thing I learned is, God, you don't get anywhere by yourself. You need a lot of people around you to have your back, have your front, have your heart in the right place. And also I felt like if we're gonna build, then let's build mountain together. Let's bring everybody together. Let's lift people up. As we get successful, if you're lucky enough to be successful, then let's all be successful. The last thing I realized as we go down this wild road of life, it will never ever matter to me what color you are, what country you come from, what culture you represent, what religion you represent, what's your gender, what's in your bank account, what kind of car you drive, where you live, an apartment, a house, trailer park. The only thing that will ever matter the most to me is how we treat each other. And I want to say that thank you, Byron, and thank you, team, for putting up the People's Fund of Maui. As many of you know, the wildfires that hit the islands of Hawaii, Maui, most devastating wildfires that happened in 100 years. Myself and Oprah, we started the People's Fund of Maui, and I'm so proud to share with you guys that as of now, we're taking care of over 8,000 survivors and their families. That's that thing I'm talking about where we always want to bring people together and lift everybody up. When I was 15, I heard this quote, and it was, "It's nice to be important, but it's even more important to be nice." I take that quote with me everywhere, and finally, most importantly, I'm going to dedicate this award to my dad, the soul man, Rocky Johnson. And he... This inspiration award, he was one of my inspirations, and he passed away 3 years ago suddenly, and I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to him. I wish I did, but I didn't. And he had this incredible career. He was in the wild world of pro wrestling. He was the very first black tag team champions with Tony Atlas, so they really paved the way. So to the soul man who always told me, respect is given when it's earned, so you better get out there and earn it. This is for you, soul man. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Coming up, Eddie Murphy, Mariah Carey, and much, much more. AT&T proudly congratulates the Griot Awards Inspirational Icon.